Yo, what's good? I'm Chris Grant, and I just want to say thanks to all my fans and all my supporters for taking the time out to view my project. At the moment, I'm working really hard on all my dance routines and the demo tracks, and really working from transforming from a dancer to an artist. And you guys are really doing a great job helping me to get through these tiring, stressful days. And I'm so excited for you guys to see and hear, you know, my new stuff that's going to come out really soon.
Hello, my name is Frank Gatson Jr. My title here in Los Angeles, I'm a creative director / artist visual developer / choreographer / director. I have 6 MTV awards in choreography: Single Ladies, In Vogue for Your Mind, Beyonce's Crazy in Love, In Vogue, What a Man, recently Single Ladies, and Naughty Girl. I've worked with all kind of artists. I've worked with In Vogue, which is one of my favorite artists. I've worked with Beyonce. I've worked with Michael Jackson. I've worked with Janet Jackson. I've worked with Usher. I've worked with R. Kelly. I worked with Mariah Carey. I worked with Toni Braxton. I'm working right now with Jennifer Lopez, which is very, very exciting. I've worked with Nelly Furtado. I worked with Shakira. Rihanna, hey, Rihanna. I love working with Rihanna.
Who is Chris Grant? Chris Grant is someone that I saw on the TV show Making the Band on MTV, Puffy's show. Immediately when I saw Chris Grant, he was just like so amazing to me. It was like this kid that was on this show. And I said to myself, like probably on the 5th episode, I said, if I ever meet that kid, I'm gonna try to help that kid out because I think he's amazing. I thought he was, you know, he kind of made me feel like the first time I had met Beyonce. You know, Beyonce was somebody that when I met her, within 1 hour, I knew she was the second coming of Michael Jackson. He came in there and we just talked and we reunited, and he told me he had choreographed Single Ladies, you know, and Single Ladies was really hot on the charts already. The video was amazing, but he had his own routine. So I asked him to perform it in the living room. So him and 2 of his friends, they got up, they performed Single Ladies. It blew my mind. It blew my mind so much that I decided to say, Chris, why don't you come to LA and why don't you help me audition dancers for the Beyonce tour? Of course, he was excited. He came to LA the very next week. From there, you know, for him being so great at the audition, I decided to let him choreograph some of Beyonce's tour with me. And Chris did his Single Ladies choreography for Beyonce. She sat there, and when he finished, she said, "You're not real." She started to touch him more. "You're not real." She just thought he was so amazing. It almost made her cry. It's so many things that Chris Grant is. You know, he's an amazing choreographer. He's an amazing performer. He's an amazing singer. I believe in Chris Grant like I believe in a Beyonce. Chris Grant is a singer that just has to get the right sound, the right song, the right vibe, because it's something that's never been done again, you know. And like I always tell everybody that meets me, you know, when I took Chris Grant to Michael Jackson's audition, I knew that he was going to get it. I mean, I just knew it. I knew Michael would see the magic that I had seen on Making the Band. I knew that Michael would see the gift. And also, it's unfortunate that Michael has passed since Chris Grant started dancing for him. But I will go on record saying this to anybody. Chris Grant is so amazing, and Michael Jackson knew that Chris Grant was that amazing, that in some way, in some superpower way, I think as Michael Jackson left this earth, he left his soul of dance in Chris Grant. There is no doubt in my mind.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, good
It's
morning.
me, Ashley. This is day 3. I'm so glad that she's doing this.
I'm so
Like
glad
a
to be
sister,
here.
A good friend. The concept is very simple. Basically, it's just me going after a girl. Give you what you want. I don't know. It's very cool. So hopefully you can see the stills and the pictures, and you know, you can kind of see what's going on. But I'm very excited for you guys to see the finished product, because it's going to be really good. I feel good about it.
No telling, girl, what I wanna do to you. Wanna do to you. Wanna do to you.
Hi, my name is Kim Burse. I'm here today in Sherman Oaks, California, working on the next superstar, Mr. Chris Grant, who is recording some songs today with producer Donnie Scantz, who's worked with many people from Aaliyah to Toni Braxton to Miguel, who's currently a hot act that's up and rising. And we're doing his project right now on Chokolate Records. Today, I worked on with them to just identify exactly what songs are we going to be doing, because that's very important when you are recording. As we know, an artist is just an artist if they don't have the hit song. I first met Chris in working with Beyonce. He helps us out with some of the choreography for the I Am tour by way of Mr. Frank Gatson. And from the bat, his stage presence was amazing. So it's one of those things where you find a person like him. So when I found out that he could sing, I was like, wow, man, if we just really work on getting the right songs for this guy who has this awesome stage presence, it could really be something big. And then most recently, he was chosen out of thousands to be one of the dancers for Michael Jackson's tour that was to happen called This Is It. And just from that alone, to be handpicked by Michael Jackson out of thousands of people, it kind of gave me validation on what I felt about Chris when I saw him, is that when you see him, his spark, his it factor, his just performance presence jumps at you immediately. So that's why we're here today in Sherman Oaks at the studio to get started on getting the right songs for him. He's working with Donnie Scantz. So today we went through picking some songs that were going to best fit him, his vocals, and the presentation we would like for him to have as an artist first coming out. Today he's doing a song that's been written by Miguel, who Miguel just opened up the OMG tour with Usher and Trey Songz, and he's doing a song today called Substitute, which is a great song. So, you know, we're in the process of doing that, and in a few days we shall see what comes out of the lab. I am serving as A&R creative consultant on this particular project. A&R, which stands for Artist and Repertoire. I am working with Guido and Caroline of Chokolate Records with Chris Grant as their artist to find out what those songs are, if these are the right songs that fit his voice and represent him correctly, and to make sure that they're recorded right, that they sound right, and it's going to be something that they can go to a more major distributed company like a Virgin or a Warner Brothers or an Atlantic to present to him for major distribution and to sign a major record contract. We want to make sure that these songs help to land that type of deal. So I'm here to help sprinkle the magic dust.
From Michael Jackson's This Is It, please welcome one of the dancers. He was the first one picked by Michael himself. This is the amazing Chris Grant, everybody.
Bring Bling 2010 revamped. Well, I've been dancing since I was 2 years old, ever since I seen Moonwalker. And Thriller was the first routine I learned as a baby trying to do it. I was scared of it, but I ended up learning to dance. Ever since then, I was just hooked on to being a dancer, a performer, because I wanted to be just like King of Pop himself. Just kept choreographing, I kept dancing, and then I eventually got picked up by a guy named Frank Gatson. He's a director for Beyonce. I auditioned for Beyonce and to be one of her choreographers for her tour, I Am tour, and she loved the choreography that I did, and ever since then stuff just started picking up. And then I auditioned for Michael, and I heard that from Beyonce and Frank, and I wound up getting that. but I knew that deep down inside I wanted to always be solo and be an entertainer, not just a dancer, because I feel like I'm more than just a backup dancer. I feel like I can carry a stage by myself. You can never be perfect. Nothing can never be at its best. You could probably do the best you could do at that moment, but you could always do something better. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do anything else but entertain, perform, and make my fans happy, and that's basically it.
Ho! Tell me what you want, love.
State of Emergency is my production company, and we definitely appreciate Chokolate coming in, commissioning us to work with Chris. In the past, we've worked with artists like Miguel, Chris Brown, Usher, and the late Aaliyah as well, early off into our careers. But, you know, we definitely enjoy producing new artists, and new artists like Chris who could definitely perform the works up to a certain standard of artistic perfection. And I think that's something that we all strive as creative people. And Chris Grant is a good artist to do that. He's definitely a talented artist, as many of you may know. And we were able to capture a lot of, you know, his ability as a dancer in his music as well. Took direction very well, and we were able to produce, I think, quality works that will, you know, tickle someone's ear in a very creative fashion, and allow them to be introduced to a true performer who could visualize his works in a certain kind of way. And that's what we were able to do in the studio with him. We cut 3 records. 3 records, all of which I feel are very strong and unique to Chris. And I look forward to seeing them doing very well with those records.
Now, my management, Guido and Caroline, have really went all out to get me to this point. So right now we need you guys' help. There's so much preparation, you know, into what goes into creating this project and getting everything right, so you guys can like what you hear and what do you see. So thanks again. If you guys pledge anything or donate anything, you know, we would keep you updated with my personal diaries. Thanks again, and much love to all you guys.